Road Blake.
Blake Neiman, Fox 10 News. Kenny, this being the first home loss since your first season, I guess. Any kind of process to that?
Yeah, it sucks. I mean, it was a good run. I mean, 10 games in a row here. Great environments. We've really built a great environment here. And unfortunately, we couldn't get it done tonight. We didn't play good enough in the first half, first 3 quarters, really, of the football game. And, it's unfortunate, but great crowd, great environments. It was a good run. Hopefully we can start another run here, the next home game.
Chris Carpenter, I know this was kind of a two-parter. Kenny, what were the main factors in the inability to move the ball offensively in the first half? And how impactful were some of those officiating decisions?
Yeah, I mean, first drive was productive, getting to good range. So, Sam went out, Jeff went in, did a nice job, and got in range to get points, didn't get it done. And next drive, they got us on a big TFL. They're a big twist team, so I think the TFLs early were getting us behind the chains. And then they were doing a nice job, obviously, on third down. With third and longs, you're not going to be productive. So the first down twist games up front were getting us behind the chains. Then the third drive, obviously we had a turnover when we were moving the ball and got near the 40. So combination of, not capitalizing, and getting points when you move the ball down there, then turning the ball over near the 50. And then one of the other drives, a couple other ones, we had some TFLs in the run game with their twist games, so we couldn't stay in a good enough rhythm. And then we weren't obviously, efficient when we actually were moving the ball. We didn't get points, which is the goal of the game.
What about the illegal motion call touchdown that was called back?
Yeah, we got to get set. I mean, that's on us as a staff, not making sure guys are knowing where they're supposed to be and getting set. And before the motion, getting guys set, we just really switched our feet. It wasn't even on or off, which that's the part that kind of sucks. It's kind of like a small detail switch, and he recognized it halfway through, and it was an illegal motion. I mean, had no effect on the play, but was it a penalty? 100%. Just one of those unfortunate. We can't have it, and that's on myself to not let those things happen, because there's easily 10 points in that game just off that play alone, and some other things in that game where this game was way closer than it was most of the night. I think the score, we just didn't play good enough, is unfortunate.
Michelle up front.
Michelle Gardner, Arizona Republic. Kenny, can you talk about what happened with Sam the first time he left the game, and then when he wasn't in the game for the last 2 drives, when we know he's the guy that always delivers with the game on the line? So the decision to go with Jeff instead of Sam late.
Yeah, Sam got retweaked there at the end. So I got tweaked at the beginning. We sent him in there, got some imaging. He wanted to go right back in, and I said, no, you're going to get imaging before you go back in. I don't care how you feel. And then he came back, and then at the end he tweaked himself again, so we held him out. And Jeff did a really nice job moving the ball down the field, moved all the way down the field, scored a touchdown, 2-minute drill. And then there at the end, bang, bang play, great play by them to knock the ball out.
So it was ankle?
I'm not going to comment on what it was.
Go ahead, Jake.
Kenny, Jake Garcia, 12 News. What's your frustration level at right now with how the special teams group is playing?
Yeah, we got to play better. I mean, all across the board, we got to play better. We got to play better as a football team, though. We didn't play good enough as a football team tonight. That was one of the phases that didn't play good enough. But all the phases have to play better. They ran the ball, too efficiently with their quarterback. 21 carries, most of those direct runs for 124 yards. Running backs, 24 carries for 70 something. So that's pretty good defense. 3 yards carry, but the quarterback direct +1. You got to give it to that kid. You got to give it to Connor, man. That dude was a warrior for them tonight to take the snap and run quarterback direct run 20 times, 18 times. You got to give him a lot of credit because he did a nice job. They did a good job up front, and that's a good football team. This league is filled with good football teams. That's a good football team. And when you don't play good enough and you face a good football team and there's no takeaway, they get a takeaway and you don't get a takeaway, there's a lot of, you're not going to win many of those games versus good teams.
And a quick follow-up just on special teams. Is it coaching? Is it execution? Is it guys being disciplined in their assignments? What can you
I think it's a combination of everything. I think it's, there's different mistakes happening. on different things, right? You know, that last one was on me because I told them, listen, the only thing we can do here is block it, even if they miss the kick, right? We're gonna have a Hail Mary from the -5, so it was sellout block mode. I told them I would take a penalty, right? So that wasn't, the last one was 100% on me, just situationally, just, you know, the block return is really your best chance to win that game, so kind of sold out, but all the other stuff is just a combination of things.
Jeremy Schnell, Arizona Sports. Coach, along the same lines with special teams, are you going to consider making changes to personnel on that side of the ball?
Yeah, I mean, we're moving people around, but you know, in season there's only so much you can do from that standpoint. So, you know, we've been moving people around. You know, Wiggles got in there a little bit today, and he did a nice job when he got his opportunity. He did a nice job in the Peach Bowl too. So we just gotta, you know, flush it and try to move forward and be better in those areas.
Jordan.
Jordan Sports 360. Kenny, just to clarify on Sam, did he re-aggravate the injury he had earlier in the year? Or is this
Two different things. So, you know, two different things throughout the game. And, you know, like I said, I don't want to comment on the second. The first one was just kind of, you know, a scare, hopefully, based off what we saw. The second one, you know, we gotta get more, you know, look into it more before I really comment on it.
Pass it to Red. Go ahead.
Hey, Coach Ray, Kobe Bronson, House of Sparky. You guys haven't had this feeling at home in a long time. It's rare, and obviously the fan base is feeling the same way right now. So what's your message to them? Only 2 more home games left.
Yeah, I mean, it's great to set an expectation to win every home game. That's how it should be. You should have the expectation to win every home game. You're not going to, but that should be the expectation. And that's the expectation I have too. And it was upsetting that we didn't get it done for the fans tonight. They've been great. Crowds have been great. And yeah, I mean, yeah, you want to win the football game, so it's upsetting that we didn't win.
Front left, Logan.
Hey Coach, Logan Dillingham here in Republic. Last week was such an emotional win for you guys. Do you think that carried over to this week in terms of how emotional it was for you guys this week?
Yeah, I mean, I think it's hard to come back from emotional wins, but that's no excuse. I mean, that's football, that's college football. You got to find ways to do that. You know, whether you're dinged up, whether you're not, it doesn't matter if you practice, whether you don't. Like, you got to find ways to win football games. And you got to give a lot of credit to Houston too. That's a 6-1 football team. They've lost 1 football game. It's to a top 15 team in the country. Like, let's not overlook that that's a really good football team. I know people don't like, you know, crediting people for this year's resume, but this year's resume, the team's 6-1, 7-1 now. Like, they have 1 loss to a team when they had multiple turnovers, and if they don't have those turnovers, that game would have been way closer in that football game. Then the first turnover in that game was a bang swing pass. So for that, you got to give a lot of credit to Coach Fritz. You got to give a lot of credit to that football team. That is a good football team, and you play a good football team, and they don't make mistakes, and we don't play a good football game, you're going to lose, and it's not good because it means we didn't play a good football game. But don't discredit that was a good football team that is 7-1 on the season.
Jacob.
Jacob Brooks, Son of a Source King. Obviously, Jordan Tyson out tonight. Malik McLean stepped up. Shimon Matera stepped up. What did you make of the playmakers on that side of the ball?
Yeah, it was awesome to see Malik really flash tonight. That was a positive. What do you have? 7 catches, 160 yards. That showed up all spring ball, all fall camp. So to kind of get that back, that could be big for us. You know, as we progress towards the end of the season, and hopefully, you know, start. You know, who knows where the other guys' statuses are, but I thought those guys stepped up. You know, pretty good, specifically Malik.
So, with a quick follow-up on that, what do you think are the chances that Tyson can return next week?
I don't know. I mean, we'll look at it on Monday, and we'll make a decision from there.
Couple more. Ryan, go ahead.
Yeah, Coach, to kind of follow about Tyson-related question, how did not having him kind of impact especially the start of the game when you guys weren't really getting the offensive flow?
Yeah, I mean, you're losing the number 1 pick in his position in the college football, so that's obviously, you know, pretty critical for your football team when you're losing, you know, him. Is that an excuse? Heck no. We didn't play good enough to win. You know, maybe if he played, maybe we have survived not playing good enough to win, but that doesn't mean we played good enough to win. You know, you got to look at the facts, and the facts are we lost the turnover battle, we had too many penalties, we lost field position, we couldn't stop the +1 run game. And those have nothing to do with Jordan. And but yes, not having Jordan Tyson 100% is going to have an effect in the football game, right? But that's not an excuse to why we lost the football game.
Michael.
Coach Michael Caratino, Pitchfork Lunch. I know that you mentioned the +1 run game, but it seemed like in the first half, I mean, the chess match between offense and defense seemed like the defense was making adjustments. Guys were moving around. Just what did you see, like going from the first quarter into the second quarter, defensively wise, making adjustments against them?
Yeah, I mean, we knew that they were going to try to attack our bubble in the run game and the open B gap, and they did a nice job of that early, and we made a few adjustments to stop that. And once they countered with quarterback +1, once they realized that we made a pretty good adjustment there versus their true tailback run game, and then that worked for them for a while. You know, especially on second and behind the sticks. You know, they ran him a few times on 2nd and 11s, 2nd and longs, which got them back into 3rd and manageables, and those were critical plays in the game. But all in all, we just, you know, when you don't win certain things in the football game, when you don't win 3rd downs, you don't win turnovers, you don't win red zone scoring, when you're not efficient, you know, on special teams, you're not going to win a lot of games.
Finish up with Blake.
Kenny, in this day and age of college football with the parity and everything, 2 losses in conference doesn't always define someone's season to putting an end to it. So with a month left, how do you kind of keep the hope, keep the lives high?
Yeah, I mean, we have the same record in conference that we had last year at this exact time. So, like, it's funny, last year's like, there is no hope, right? This year they're like, is hope. It's just funny how you can get lost in, you know, in this whole thing. Like I told the guys, I was pretty bad in the locker room. But at the end, it's like, listen, we're at the same spot we were last year. We just got to go get better. Everybody's got to look themselves in the mirror, right? Coaches, players, everybody. And we got to go improve. And that's all you can do. So, you know, it's frustrating. You hate losing. You hate losing at home. It was a really good run of winning at home. And now we got to start another run the next time we come home. Before that, we got to go play a really good Iowa State team, who I believe we have the same, both, you know, we were in the championship last year together. I think we both have the same records now. We have one more conference win than them, but another good team, another road team, and we got to go take care of business for the bye.